Good morning everybody, Victor here, and I'm with my good buddy, Captain Ryan.
Hey guys. Of
Good Karma Sport Fishing. So you guys may have seen Brook and I fish with him in the past. We went out and did a good wahoo trip together where we got our limit.
Yep.
Crushed him. Absolutely great captain down in the Keys. The Keys have been closed for the last 3 months, haven't they?
Yeah, it's been 3 months, 3 long months for us down here.
I'm gonna have all of Ryan's stuff linked below. We are set out to tear up the bottom fish. You crushed the mines and grouper yesterday.
Yeah, looking at the screen right now, things are looking good.
Brook and I got up at 3 o'clock this morning, got to Tavernier Creek Marina, met up with Ryan, and we're out here. Should be a beautiful day. We got a great sunrise in the background. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. So you guys, when you see Brook and I fish, we never have a chum bag with that big of holes or that big of a block. What is that, like a 10-pound block? 20-pound block?
Actually a 25-pound block of commercial fishing chum.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
So we're feeding him heavy today. That's one thing Ryan is big on. You get them really full, and he says you get them stupid, and then they just want to keep eating more.
Got a little trickle current. I have been fishing in between 85 and 95 foot of water, but inside there this morning, there's not much. My philosophy is that if they were in 85 to 90 foot in a spot close, they're going to be in 100 to 120. Close to that. So the target species this morning is mangrove snappers. We're going to start off using pilchards and some ballyhoo chunks. Yesterday we got a really nice big black grouper, and it didn't happen until almost 12:30 in the afternoon.
Wow.
We fished one spot yesterday. That's the key. A lot of people, they like to move around and get impatient, but when you're bottom fishing, you got to commit.
Well, especially with what you do, because you do a lot more chumming than us, and when you chum, you're pulling fish off of the area all day long.
Right, all day. And you'll get different waves of fish that come in. That's how I fish. And what I like to do, I mean, I come out here on a charter, minimum 75 pounds of chum when I'm reef fishing. Minimum.
That's insane.
You're in a commercial fishery here in the Keys. You've got yellowtail fishermen that are dropping 500 pounds of chum a day.
Yeah.
All right, we just got smacked on a live pilchard. He's eating it, eating it. Oh. It's on.
Oh yeah. Ooh. Nice fish.
Oh yeah. You know when a fish has got some shoulders.
Nice mangrove.
And you gotta rip them off the bottom, because all bottom fish, they want to go to the nearest structure as soon as you hook them.
Yeah, you guys.
It's another mangrove.
It's all good. We got it. We got it. All good. All good.
Just being the
all
weight.
good.
Yeah.
He's being a turd. You're all good, man. It's a huge mang.
Wow, that thing
Look at
might
that.
be bigger than the one I just caught.
Oh, grab him. Hold it.
All good. He ain't going anywhere.
Woo! Look at that thing. Giant mangrove snappers. It's literally a twin of your fish. Brook just caught one. Brook's making a video too, by the way.
Get that.
Brook just caught one too.
This one doesn't
Look
have
at
the
this
belly
thing.
that mine had, but I think yours is longer than mine.
No, look at this thing.
Wow.
Beautiful fish. You know, everyone wants to come to the Keys and catch yellowtail snapper, but as far as eating wise and fight wise, you can't beat mangrove snapper. I like mangrove snappers so much more. They're such good fighters. They look cool, and they have one of the most aggressive mouths ever. If you guys look in there, you see those fangs? This is one snapper you never want to get your hands near their mouth. Those fangs are meant to come up, grab a bait, and crush it. They look really similar to Kubera snapper. They don't get as big. You guys are gonna hear me talk about Captain Ryan all day long. You saw us crush the wahoo with them. We've been here for 20 minutes and have caught 2 giant mangroves. Let's get baits back in the water.
When I rig the pilchard, I do it a little bit differently than most guys. You're dealing with a lot of trash fish out here too. I go to the back and I go right through, just like this. I've got a latex piece of sunglass holder on there, and it holds that
Wow.
hook right in place.
That's neat. I've never seen that.
So what that'll do is that when you're bottom fishing, a lot of guys say you got to hook them in the nostril. You hook them in the nostril when you're drift fishing, not when you're stationary. What'll happen is in a light current, your pilchard will swim back towards you and you're going to tangle your line. So you always want to hook him in that way. And plus, when you're dealing with file fish and trigger fish, having that little extra something in there, it holds them tight. And then this is the bridle system. I use 12 ounce in shallow always.
And the cool thing about that clip that Ryan just showed us When you're bottom fishing, you have really long leaders, so now you can just take that clip off and reel your fish all the way up to the rod. So we just switched spots. We were a little bit deeper because we found some current out there. So this thing right here is called a belly hoop. But instead of a cast net, what you do is, you guys will see that belly hoop will drift out into the current and you'll pull it towards you, and a bait fish's first instinct is to swim down. So with a cast net, you throw a cast net on top of them, the cast net's folding down and they're swimming out. But with a belly hoop, you pull it towards them and they swim right into it, which is really neat.
Oh yeah.
Wow, look at that.
Oh, right to the boat.
All Speedos and belly hoop. Watch this belly hoop in action.
This one has a weight in it, so I'm trying to catch Speedos. These are really tough to catch on a net.
Oh, you got some. Cool. That is so cool.
Grouper candy. There's a good start.
Big old oceanic belly hoop. You see how blue they are? When they spend time offshore, they get that real blue color. Look at that juicy belly hoop plug. We love fishing belly hoop. This guy was a freaking horse.
Yeah. Victor. And as a snapper, wise snapper. There you go, brother. That's a nice fish.
You're on the GoPro.
Oh, I am?
Victor's hooked up.
You got it?
Yeah, he's there. Oh,
That's a nice
come on.
fish.
Yeah.
Ran at you.
Yeah, ran right at me. Big,
Yeah, you got
big
that,
leader.
you got that long leader. Run backwards on you. Right behind you.
Feeling awful muttony.
That's a nice fish, bro. You see him?
Not yet.
Yep, there he
See
is.
the weight? All right.
Weight is off.
Heck yeah.
Nice fish. That's a nice fish, bro. Really
Woo!
nice.
Mutton in the boat. Okay, so we didn't get the mutton on the good camera. We got on the GoPro because Brooke is grouper fishing right now. When you're grouper fishing, you have to hold the rod because every second counts. If you get to that rod a second too late, you are gonna be in a rock. Ryan netted some ballyhoo with the ballyhoop earlier. Circle hook in the corner, 40-pound fluorocarbon, lower 20-inch fish. Beautiful Keys mutton snapper, and we are already eating good. 2 mangroves, 1 nice mutton, and I know the grouper is about to happen.
Get it, Vic, get it, get it.
That's him, Vic.
Come on, come on, come on!
That's him.
Just gotta get him up off the bottom.
Is he there?
Ryan, it's happening, it's happening.
Trying, man. You did good, man.
Come on!
Is it a grouper?
Yeah, it's a grouper, it's a grouper.
That's a big grouper, dude.
Come on, Vic, get it.
Not an earth. I can probably back off the drag now, but
You're good. Oh no, don't do that to me.
don't be sharky on me. Oh, no. Come on, come on, come on.
Oh.
Got sharked. Ah. Oh, double. That was 110% a grouper.
110.
And we got, I don't know, maybe halfway, 3/4 of the way up, shark ate him. Can't escape him in Jupiter, can't escape him in Pompano,
Man, you got
can't
it.
escape him in the Keys. Look at how close we were. The lead is right there.
Yeah, that was him.
Oh. You can tell the second your fish turns into a shark. If you're turning him and you see those real erratic head shakes, that's the grouper trying to get back down in his hole.
Wow.
But then when it just gets straight dead weight and you can't budge him at all, shark. And that was a big fish. I hope that shark down there is well fed and he's gonna let us at least take home 1 today. There we go.
Get it, Vic, get it.
That's a shark.
Is it a sharky shark?
Oh, that's when you know it's a shark.
Yeah, you got a little revenge on
I hooked a whale.
You heard that.
Wait, what?
Oh no, man. That's how that one fish fought yesterday.
That was a shark.
Get it, Vic, get it, get it.
That's a grouper, that's a grouper.
That's him. That is a grouper.
Come on. Come on, no sharks today.
That's a grouper. Or a big giant one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get it, Vic, get it.
Come on.
You got him, Vic. You got it.
I see the lead.
giant black. It is a black. It's a big black.
Yeah, baby!
Should be nice.
Yes!
It should be legal.
Keeper grouper! That's what we came down here for, right there. After probably 10 failed attempts, multiple shark attacks. My favorite fish to come down to the Keys for. So beautiful and fight so hard. They, this guy's probably only 9-10 pounds. But you guys see, you have to give them everything you got from the very beginning. Because if you've ever dove with these guys, they are masters of the reef. Extremely fast, extremely smart, and they go for rock and cover as soon as you hook them. And you guys will see his colors will change just as we're here. They have one of the prettiest patterns in all of the freaking saltwater fish I've ever seen. I love them. The one we lost earlier,
That was a
probably
big
4 times this size.
24 and a half, right?
Yep.
He's 25. Nice job, bro.
Thank you. Hey, you put us on them.
It's been a tough morning, but we got the targeted species, and I think that there's a few more down there, so we're just gonna keep dropping speedos.
Yeah, we're getting hit every 5 minutes.
Yeah,
3 to 5 minutes.
we're just gonna stay on these until they leave us. Okay, so this is my absolute favorite bait in the Florida Keys. Favorite bait, period, is the butterflied speedo. I don't use them live. If I do catch them, I butterfly them immediately. I want to get those waves. I don't know what it is about this bait, the oil, something, it drives groupers crazy. On extremely tough days, full moons, really tough times. When I say tough times, like tough fishing. So I hope you have some speedos in your box, because they're gonna make it. They're gonna make or break you. So.
Okay, so we spent the majority of the day on this like shallow ledge in the 90 to 100 foot range, and we've had ballyhoo behind the boat, yellowtail. We've caught almost every single snapper species. We got mangroves, yellowtails, muttons, good quality. We got a black grouper. We're waiting on Brookie to get her black grouper, but it's hard. You know, we don't have a lot of current, and some days the sharks are just really bad. If there's no current, that's the #1 thing any good bottom fisherman will tell you, is current is paramount to a good bottom fishing day. So we're really just kind of picking at fish. Nothing you can really do. You could be here and then all of a sudden it could be going 6 knots one direction, and that's what we're waiting for. So Brook and I just got back from the Keys, put out all the fish on the deck, had to get a really cool photo. And huge shout out to Angle, which is a really big sponsor on the channel. Been with them for about a year now. Don't plug them too often, but very durable. And if you guys are in the market for a cooler, you guys can actually save 8% off all Angle coolers. Use my code LANDSHARK at checkout. I'll have it on the screen here. We always got to show love to the companies that support the channel. Hold on the fish, press them nice and firmly against the fillet table. Now we're going to outline our fish on the top half. So just take the tip of your knife and just start going down along the spine. This is a very superficial cut. You're not going too deep. Now you take your knife and you get on that fish's spine. You feel where it's hard and you just run back up towards the head. Main thing we're doing is just separating the fillet from the spine right here and the backbone here. A lot of people use backbone and spine interchangeably, but I like to not confuse people. The spine is the entire skeletal structure. The backbone is the bone that runs along the center. So that's what I mean when I say backbone. And you see how that knife gets stopped right at that backbone. Now, grouper and snapper all have a very big set of pin bones and rib cages. So you got to lift up your fillet, break through the pin bones, and kind of glide over this rib cage. The rib cage is right there. I'm gliding right over it, not through it. Take the tip of my knife down on the other side of the backbone. Kind of let the knife guide you. Okay? Just going over those rib cage bones. Try not to go through them. And now you can finish out your fillet beautifully. And that is what your grouper fillet should look like if you're not missing any meat. Check that out. A very nice piece of fish. Rib cage. Okay, so there's the other half of our grouper. Beautiful piece of meat. Now, grouper are fish that have what's referred to as cheek meat. It's literally the meat inside the cheeks right here. Grouper are known to have a lot of meat in there, but since we're using this for a fish head soup recipe, I'm not going to demonstrate it, but all you would do is kind of feel where that soft part is, carve it out, and just remove it like you would with anything else. Okay, so for lunch today we have Brooke's family over. I made a fish head soup with the grouper, the snapper, the yellowtail, all of that, which is in a completely separate video. But so we had a relatively healthy lunch. So we deserve to have a classic fish and chips dinner with homemade French fries and a homemade beer batter. So this is the grouper, the black grouper, which we never really eat. You know, we don't have a lot of black grouper in our area. Plus, we're just not that good at catching them, the few that are out there. And black grouper is a perfect fish to do for fish and chips. You want like a nice thick fish for that batter that's also flaky, which is exactly what a grouper is. 3 parts of flour to 1 part cornstarch. And we're gonna season it up with garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, black pepper. And so this is what's gonna go, this is gonna be the first layer of flavor for your fish. We're gonna do a seasoned flour layer, and then you make an actual beer batter. And then some salt. I'm not gonna go too crazy with this because we are also gonna add salt at the very end. Take your grouper, just lightly coat it, right? It's gonna help to dry out our fish. It's gonna help our batter stick to it as well. And it's just another layer of flavor. So I gotta do these 2 sheet pans, and then I'll catch you guys in the next step. So for our beer batter, I just used the leftover flour we seasoned our fish with, added some baking powder, a little bit more garlic powder, salt, and now we're gonna whisk in some beer to get the consistency we want. Beer batters are nice, light, and fluffy. You got all that carbon dioxide in there. We're gonna add a little bit more beer, and then Brooke and I get to enjoy the rest of it. How's that sound?
We're gonna share a beer?
No, we'll get our own beer. There's the beer batter. We got French fries in one, and we got fish in the other, and both require a ton of oil.
But we wanted to do it outside, but it's raining.
Yeah, it's been raining like crazy in Florida. So there's the beer batter. Let some of it drip off. And that is going to be good stuff. So this is my first time ever attempting homemade deep fried French fries. And let me tell you, you better be making this for someone you love or people you love, because this is a labor of love in terms of work. You gotta peel them, cut them, soak them, drain them, pat them down dry, fry them twice, and it's gonna stink up your whole house, but who doesn't love French fries? And you gotta have chips with fish. Oh yeah, look at that color. Wow.
You salt them right away?
Yeah, salt them right away. Now check this out. If you aren't drooling right now, I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. These are gonna be the best fish and chips we've ever made. Just look at that. Oh my gosh, the crunch. So getting a bunch of fried food for a large group is really hard. You don't want anything to get soggy. Kind of do it in batches. Look at these bad boys.
There's the game changer.
Woo! Look at that crisp and golden color.
Man, look at that.
Beer battered fish, homemade chips. And this is my family's recipe secret tartar sauce, which isn't a secret because I'm gonna post it in the description box below because you guys need to try it. It is a game changer.
Oh baby, look at this. Look at this piece right here. Wowza. Wowza. Oh man, look. Oh my gosh, look at that, Victor. It broke up. Look at that. Is that crazy good looking? That looks like mutton to me, doesn't it? Huh?
I don't know, that might be grouper.
I don't know.
So as we've been cooking all this up, I've been snacking on these French fries, and let me tell you, I love a nice crispy French fry. These are the best crispy French fries I think I've ever had.
Oh my gosh. This fish is crazy good.
That's the secret cam that was recording the whole time.
This fish is absolutely crazy good. You know, when we catch a secondary fish like a bluefish or something, it's good deep fried. But the deep fry mutton snapper and grouper, oh my gosh.
Check this out. I want you guys to hear the crunch on this. Ready? Oh my gosh. That steam coming out. Grouper, perfect fish to do it with. Big white flakes. You get yourself a little bit of lemon juice on there to cut through that fatty flavor, and then wait for the crunch.
Okay.
Game changer.
That was undoubtedly the best fried fish I ever had in my life. That batter was just done perfect. Not to mention fresh mutton and grouper. And his tartar sauce, oh my gosh. It was just, it was crazy. I killed mine already, and I'm going back for more right now.
This was definitely the best fried fish I've ever had, and the fries were amazing.
Oh boy. Well, I don't even know where to start. It seems kind of silly to say like that was the best fried fish I ever had, or to say someone is to judge. I feel like you can judge someone's cooking abilities off of their fried fish, which seems silly to say, but fried fish can either be good or it can be like out of this world, and that was out of this world. Hands down, best fried fish I've ever had.
I'm not embarrassed to say that fried fish is my favorite way to eat fish. Of all the seafood I've had, it's still in my top 5, and it just reminds me of like my childhood, and it just tastes like home. It melts in your mouth. It was just phenomenal.
Next level, the best fish ever.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There we go.
I liked that the batter wasn't too thick. It was a big piece of fish with like minimal batter around it that was crispy and good. It wasn't just a bunch of batter. It was outstanding.
It was really good.
You want to be on video and say it?
Do you want me to?
It's already rolling.
Oh yeah, the fish. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. We had 4 pieces left over, and this is our neighbor's son, Tina's son.
I know.
And so, what'd you think of the fish?
It was really good. It was so good. Like it was like so tender, you know, that it melted in my mouth.
There we go.
It was good. It was good.
I'm happy to hear it. So you guys know we're not BSing. Everybody eats good in this neighborhood. When I decided to make this, you know, we don't catch a lot of grouper, and I was like, am I really gonna fry grouper? Because everyone's go-to thing is blacken, fry it, just grill it, and we're always trying to do something, you know, new and try to show people different ways to make things. But I just had no idea how like technical you can get with you know, frying fish and the beer batter. We've made beer batter so many times, but something as simple as adding some baking powder makes all that CO2 come out of the batter, and just it's so light and crispy and fluffy. It was hands down, I know everyone else has said it, the best fried fish I've ever had. And you know, you go to a restaurant, you get fish and chips, and it's either too oily or it's soggy or it's not crispy enough. And I really appreciate everyone's comments, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but you guys need to look in the description box of this video, look at that recipe and try it on a thicker filleted fish like grouper. It is a game changer. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in that next video.